All right, everybody. I am live on a 2-minute delay. We have the Legion Cup Finals. Yeah, Legion Cup Finals. Let's go. Excuse me. Totally not hacking out my brains here. So we're gonna have a bit of that today. Welcome everybody. Barely Awake Dave here for the Legion Cup Last Chance Finals, day number 1. And we have Psystorm versus Old Man Slum. Excuse me. Thank you for the raid, Alexander Enke. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. Got a little bit of a, I really appreciate the raid. We just started out. We're on a 2-minute delay. Very much appreciated. But, again, a little rough start to the morning for Dave, so you'll have to excuse me. I might have to mute my mic periodically for coughing and hacking here. We'll get through it, and after this, we have more. Alright. And moving on to game number 1. Spawning in the bottom left corner of 2,000 Hemispheres, representing License to Kill. It is Old Man Slum. And his opponent in the lower left. Give it up for Psystorm from Cryptic Gaming. Oh, man, I'm barely waking up here, guys. We'll get this knocked out. Alright, looks like we have a standard opener so far. Is it? Psystorm's been known to do some cheeky stuff from time to time, but at the same time, so is Old Man Slum. Going to look for any probes coming in. Nope, he's just going to go back and take his hatch. There was no hatch block. It's the Gateway Scout from Psystorm. Alright, got a 17 gas. Nothing too exciting to talk about. And thank you, Alexander Enki, again. Hope you had a fantastic stream. This should be some pretty good games here. Little PVZ. And yeah. Not much to write about here. Standard opener. We got our 16 hatch, 16 gas, 16 wool. Or, yeah, you know. Little probe harass, a little mining, but there we go. We got our 20 Nexus 20 core from Protoss. Standard wall on 2K. Very good stuff. Filibuster, how you doing? Welcome, everybody. And this is some good stuff. So we have Mr. L and Uppetry Zelda as our other people in the next series of said finals. Yeah, Enki, that's right. You cast ESL Open Cups, heck yeah. Thank you, brother. Guys, make sure you give Alexander Enki a follow. I hope you were doing okay after yesterday. This is amateur StarCraft right here. And you know what? I love doing it. It's something I support quite a bit. And continue to, because these guys love it. Alright, so Stargate opener from Psystorm. And funnily enough, that Stalker does nothing to prevent, you know, scouting it out. So he has a Stalker, but probably going to see Oracles, but who knows? That is very unlucky for Mr. Psystorm. Old Man Slum down a heavy supply block for the moment, of course. After that Overlord goes down, probably at the worst time, so that Stalker does buy him some time at the least. Forcing another Overlord to be made. Because, yeah, now he's just at 36 supply. Third hatch going down for Old Man Slum. While Psystorm is going to get a couple of depths out, and there it is, that Oracle opener. With a double gas follow-up. So we probably are going to... We may actually see just Stargate follow-up to this. Maybe double Stargate play. Another Oracle on the way following the first. Adept's cleaning this right up. I will say, Old Man Slum, known for some crazy stuff. ARJ didn't know I woke up this early. Well, I went to bed at like 5 in the morning, at least. Actually, after 5. I was up with Yeti after. So, suffice it to say, this is going to be a tough little bit of time here between the two. Welcome, Denny. And, well, an Oracle is going to try to kill a Spore. Is going to get a kill on a Spore. That is... Well, you don't see that every day. Certainly don't see that every day in the Pro League, so that's some funny stuff. Mistakes were made. Old Man Slum already losing a Spore, a drone, 2 Lings, and an Overlord. When you think about losing the Spore being made, it's a drone. 2 Adepts going to clear out the Ling, and we're going to see a nice little Ling run by. That's a lot of Lings, and these Adepts are out of position. There's a full surround. Oh, there's no hold position. So they're just going to die. Wow, that just went from being a good spot. Speaking of mistakes, that is a denial on the third. Just from a little bit of missed micro, and honestly, again, just a hold position would have been kind of nice there for our Protoss player. But mistakes were made. This is a really fast carrier. Okay, so we're going double Stargate carrier. Wasn't able to secure the third behind this. I don't know how much I like this kind of play style these days. It's been something we've been seeing more of since the balance patch. But just not totally the fan. Totally the biggest fan. So this could potentially be a long drawn-out game. We do have a bit of harass going down with the creep tumors. And the Oracle is pushing out Glio Reconstitution on the way for our Zerg player. Nice little rev tag. Gonna show where these queens are migrating to, but hilariously enough, this is a bunch of roaches. Protoss player is gonna go with these zealots and try to take the third base again. A nice, you know, early 6 minutes. I was unlucky that he was not watching those adepts. Alright, here we go. We do have another carrier coming. We do have charge and +1 on the way. So this is going to be charge a lot. What a funny build. Charge a lot carrier against roaches. Like, huh. Carrier is not seen yet. Well, it is now. There's one on the other side of the map. Roaches coming across. There's nothing really to contest them, and a lot of probes are going to go down. Zealots certainly don't. Well, one carrier is... Nope. He's a little indecision here from our blue Protoss player. He's got an Oracle trying to fight this. That's 8 workers going down. He needs to cancel this hatch. He doesn't cancel the hatch. Or the hatch, the Nexus. Guys, I'm falling asleep at the wheel here, but we'll get woken up here again. Did have ESL Open Cup Asia last night. There's a lot of damn queens down here for one carrier. But that's not going to crack the number of queens. But funnily enough, the third Nexus went down. Yeah, 3 queens and a spore. That's just costing our Protoss player a lot of money. Carriers are expensive. Okay, we do have an Overseer going out to scout this out. Charge is going to finish +1. Certainly going to finish before the ranged attacks +1 from our Zerg player. Carrier going, trying to be annoying and put some pressure and damage on this base. Carrier doing not much damage at all things considered, for how expensive they are. But 3 should make a little bit of a difference. These +1 charge lots, however, and its timing might be a little nice against some of this. If he game moves. Okay, he was going in for a good surround. Carriers forcing tons of transfuses. Zealots trying to pounce in there to help aid the carriers in fighting the queens. The queens starting to go down. But the carriers have to be careful. The damage one on the left flank is pretty accessible for damage. Alright, carrier's gonna go find an overlord on the way back. And welcome everybody. Alright. Now we have the nice Archon transition. Spire is almost complete for our Zerg player. It's getting there. We do have 3 queens and ranged attack +1 coming. But I think this is going to be Roach Corruptor. Should very well be. Let's see some Ravagers pop when he gets a chance. But, man, Psystorm putting on the pressure with these 3 carriers. He's going to go into a double Robo, funnily enough. Kind of don't hate it. He's going to force out a lot of Corruptors. And the committal is 3 carriers. Notice how he doesn't have any air weapons. He has a tech to make more and tech switch back again if the game goes on. So that's really the play here. Roach is coming out. We do have a bunch of Archons and charge lots fighting to the side. The carrier hit squad just kind of there to be annoying, be aggressive, but ultimately they're going to have to retreat. He doesn't want to lose them to... he does not want to lose them to Corruptors. And that being said, what's going to happen? We have transfused Corruptors. 2 of the carriers do get returned home. However, there's not much to defend them. If the Corruptors push out the, there's Archons and stuff. If Old Man Slum, I guess, could use them for defense against run-bys. But, I mean, carrier's not the greatest thing to kill wings. We'll see what happens here. Oracle has had a window of opportunity for 1.5 years with no queen there to kill, like, every worker on this line, by the way. Decides to do it when there is a queen back. So we had a little bit of mistakes made here. 5th base going down for Old Man Slum. Our Protoss player was denied for so long in a third. He's kind of in an awkward spot. We're going into a robotics bay with double immortal. Well, actually, just an immortal and a war prism for now. Gonna be charged a lot of Archon, pushing across the map. And there's just more Corruptors in production. Decent amount of roaches, but not really. A lot of this production's been tied up into roaches. Now that there's gonna be some, an inject cycle is gonna finish in a bit. That could be a bit of a problem for Old Man Slum. However, he has to be a little careful here. These Archons. Yeah, he's literally just gonna lose an Archon. I don't know why he's not engaging at all. Like, I don't think it was... When he's off creep, he does have a decent chance. Now that the Immortal joined, especially. Yeah, he's taking hull damage on his Immortal. Just retreating. Oracle being annoying behind this, getting 4 workers. Our Zerg player retreating. 4th base on the westward side being taken. Welcome, Big Bulls Burgers, Clobies. Okay, double Immortal production. Would rather see some Disruptors. He got a Robo Bay, and he's not making Disruptors against Roaches. Funnily enough. But it is going to be the Immortal Machine Gun, which you do love to see. We do have Carapace for ground. Going down for Old Man Slum behind this. So, let's see what's going to happen here on the Zerg side. Adrenal Glands. Carapace. Lings. This is a very, very stylistic of Old Man Slum, to say the least. He is known for his love of Zerglings. And, well, it's going to be a big roach bust, but I think we're going to see a huge Ling explosion after. This is a scary Zerg army. Army supply up pretty significantly, but look at all the Archons and Immortals. Again. Okay, we got to have a recall. This is what I was talking about, where I was hoping to see some Disruptors with this, and we won't. It's just so much Zerg, regardless of the Corruptor count with it. You need to level this stuff out. 4th base can immediately go down to all these roaches, and yeah, that's about it. We have 1 Disruptor on the way, but that's now there's going to be a Ling follow-up, presumably. If these Lings don't just clean this right up. Carrier is actually helping to clean up a little bit of this. Buying some time, at least for the moment. Archon's coming. 1 Disruptor going to pop here in a minute, but these are Lings. The bigger issue is the Lings. Psystorm having some issues. Oh, beautiful. Nova does get a decent pick off. But not what we were hoping for. This game looks pretty rough. However, there's at the other side of that map, it's a charge lot Archon run by into the 3rd base of our Zerg player. Very crazy stuff. I think we're going to see the beginning of the end. Anders, thank you for the 13 months. Thank you for the 13 months, my friend. 13 in a row, too. Very much appreciated. Oh, my dear lord. Surprisingly, our Protoss player getting some decent damage done, too, but not really enough. Psystorm calls it. Old Man Slum takes game number 1. Very good stuff. Yeah, that was, Disruptors are the play there, Chad. I'm sorry to say it. Shiny's like, no, Dave. Don't let him deal with the Disruptors. He needs them. It's the only way he's going to have a chance in it. And, well, we see the outcome. Would have rather have seen double Disruptor production, double Disruptor production. Thank you again, Anders Odgaard, for the Prime sub, and Alexander Enke for the raid. Fellow ESL caster. Yeah, I'm basically asleep, so anybody overly critical. I did cast ESL Asia seemingly hours ago. It was a small lineup, but man, Hero versus Dark at the end was crazy. For any of you that caught it, I'm going to have that on YouTube soon. Crazy banger of games last night. Hero ended up toppling Dark. It ended up, basically, he threw a couple games after. He almost clean sweeped a 3-0 and a best of 5 for the finals. But, man, Dark brought out full-on cheese mode and took it to game number 5. So Steadfast and I were up quite late casting that in. Anyway, that being said, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. Oops. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Curious Minds, representing a license to kill. It is Old Man Slum, wearing the purple, and his opponent in the blue. Give it up for Cryptic Gaming Psystorm, Blue Protoss player. And yeah, I do have a delay on. If I'm gonna be casting back to back, basically, which I will take some time here in between series to get some coffee. We will be... Oh, I don't have the Matcherino links, Magneth. You can add them in with commands. We can add the Matcherino links after. Alright, we do have a little Probia Scout. Thanks for the follow, Korean Cowboy. Alrighty, we are just waiting to see what's happening here. It's the hatch first. Looks like a fairly standard game. These guys aren't going too crazy on us. They're sticking to what they hold near and dear. I'm hoping we don't see another carrier thing again. And yeah, just a little bit of probe harass. Drone's not going to let them just go in there and be annoying. Alright. Vil. Oh my god. Psystorm actually helping Old Man Slum by killing the Roomba. The Roomba's even a little annoying to Zergs too. The less Roombas, the better. So actually that probe was being more of an asset than an enemy for the moment. Yeah, he's still out there getting some vision. Good to see where the third is. And, you know, 20 Nexus, Cody Core, the same standard opener for our Protoss player. But this is one dead probe. With the 2 queens, the 4 lings, it's an immediately dead probe. Is not going to get the vision he needs to see. It's very likely he won't. Okay. Apparently, he is going to have an idea. Or not. And yeah. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. We'll take care of the Matcherino codes after. Yeah. All right. So, Chad, I was just trying to get that added in, but Probably not the best time to do it. I can try to get it between games or series. Alright, Overlord does go down. I know there's been no commentary for the last couple seconds. Alright, so right now, Old Man Slum's just gonna chill back. Third base gonna third hatch gonna finish. We were going for a DT Archon drop, by the way, all this time in my absence. Yeah. Very cool stuff. This is very cool stuff. You know I love it. We got ourselves some Dank Templar. We do have spores going down, however, for our Zerg player. He's got a good read on what it is, potentially. Never a bad idea to have your, like, 330 for spore going on to 4 minutes and having them all up. Okay, behind this, we're going to try to see a expansion. You should, anyway. It's DT Archon. There's a Ling in each location from Old Man Slum. Trying to deny it. Zergling is going to go down. War Prism on the way. It's going to be scouted at the Triangle Third. Welcome, Pori Forion. Very cool stuff. Psystorm should know exactly what this is and is totally set up for it. Old Man Slum is not going to be able to get out there. Lair on the way. Roaches being produced. And again, the 3 spores. He should be able to hold any DT Inquisition. So this is going to have to become an Archon drop, and that is exactly what's going to happen. Oh, no, it's not. He's going to go for it anyway. The classic, you know, we're now approaching 1 minute late DT Archon drop. Or DT drop, where there's going to be spores. There's going to be roaches guarding this. Absolutely nothing that can be done from our Zerg players. Alright, Dark Templar going to find some damage, but not actually do anything more than just chisel at some roaches. Beautiful save, however. War Prism taking a little bit of hull damage. And yeah, that's basically pretty well deflected from our Zerg player. Just chiseling at a couple roaches, which are going to heal up by the time anything else happens of consequence. We got a little denial of creep tumors. Overseer not yet out. It is on the way, about to pop here. So these DTs are going to get body blocked a bit, but they're going to find some value for the moment. Except for, I think there may be a little bit of an overextension here. He's got to be careful. Even with his observer. Yeah, it's not what you want to do. Where's the Overseer? This is hilarious. We're seeing DTs to control creep spread. There's going to be 4 gateways going down behind this. So this is going to be an Immortal Archon timing, it looks like. Looks like Psystorm sent up for a base, but realistically, this looks kind of like he's going for an all-in. It's just going to be a charge lot Immortal Archon push. Oh, that's a lot of Archons, in fact. Damn, this is going to be a crazy fight. Funnily enough, the DT pressure didn't work. The creep spread denial was hilarious, but didn't lose the DTs or the Archon. However, these corrosive biles are going to land just a little in the front Archon. But the Immortals and the Sentries, etc., going to be pretty good behind us. We got Dank Templar and, well, you know, more Zealots in production. And a third base going down behind us. What a mad lad. Psystorm with some cheeky tactics. One of the sentries does go down. Another gonna follow. Now the Archon's starting to go down. This is a tough fight. It's a lot of roaches. The 3 Immortals pretty nice in this engagement. However, we're gonna see some problems. Oof. 3 Immortals working in overtime with the last of the Archons. Not gonna be able to totally clean this up, but definitely putting some pressure on. Keeping some damage, buying some time for the third base to go down for our Protoss player. Immortal's kind of working in here. He's got to be careful not to lose this Prism. It's very damn near the Spore. He's just trying to hammer some damage. Funnily enough, he had a window of opportunity to attack the Queen before First Blood is drawn. And you know what? He's going to lose not just this Archon, but potentially this War Prism. No, it does live. behind this, our Protoss player is going to have to contend with Aspire going down. We are certainly 100% going to see Mutalisks in this case, because there's no army, there's nothing back to defend it. This was very committed from our Protoss player, and as of now, there's no Stalkers, there's no static defense. Aspire is going to be quite the nuisance for his mineral lines. We have like a shield battery in the front position of his third base, and that is it for Mr. Psystorm. Okay, we have the basically we just have some immortals, and that is it for the moment. 7 drones were in production, and ranged attacks plus 1 is on the way. Is it 1? Yeah, for our Zerg player. All right, behind this we have a 4th hatch, about saturated for our Zerg player. And yeah, that is about it. All right. Fourth base is going to be attempted to be taken by our Protoss player. Sorry about that. All right, let's take a look here, guys. There is a massive push coming across. Psystorm in no world has enough units to deal with this. He's just getting out a disruptor. There's a huge amount of lings. There's one down below, kind of cheekily to the side. Does he use it? He's not paying attention, it seems like. Literally just allowing this Link Flood and Roach Ravager to come in. There's a disruptor's chilling at the bottom side, and it's not being used. The Dark Templar pulled in the fight, but there's detection. Again, we have this rando Calrissian disruptor not doing a thing. That could have cleaned up all this whole side. I don't think he knows he has it for some reason. I'm not sure why. War Prism going down in the process with all of this. I would say unlucky, but I think... Hello? Disruptor? Sir? Mutalisk gonna come in. As I said, everything's proceeding as I've foreseen. Muta's come in. Psystorm does not take it. All right, we are moving on to game number 3. Alrighty, here we go. Moving on to game number 3. Does Psystorm pull it back? We shall see. Old Man Slum is just too much onto it. How you doing, Chocolate? Good to see you again. As we saw you in the semifinals with Mr. Up-a-Tree Zelda. We're having a little bit of loading time, guys. Bear with me. Looks like the old man is not quite that old. Perhaps not. Anyway, that being said, moving on to game number 3. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Glittering Ashes. Representing Cryptic Gaming, give it up for Psystorm. And his opponent in the upper right, representing License to Kill, give it up for Old Man Slum. Our purple Zerg. welcome. It's PCH. Good to see everybody here. Sibbajon, Shiny, Gator. Thanks for your adminning. Everybody else, Magneth. All of chat. And there's Anal. Drone is going to go across the map. No. Unfortunately not. Just kidding, chat. Everybody's like, all right, let's see Cheese the Protoss for 500 channel points or whatever. But no, we're just going to get a proxy, or we're just going to have a an early scout for a hatch block. But Psystorm doesn't seem the kind of guy to ever deviate from the gate scout. It is what it is. Anyway. It is another standard opener. We've seen a little bit of spice from our Protoss player in both games. It's straight to carriers into double robo. A charge lot +1, and then following up with a double robo, which didn't pan out too well for him. Then a DT Archon drop play with a Sleepy Disruptor, unfortunately. I think mistakes were made, chat. That last game, truthfully, if Psystorm was paying attention, that could have made a hell of a difference in that fight. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway, sadly, because there were Mutalisks. There were 100% Mutas. Okay, double Queen, double Ling on the way, as per usual. This probe could potentially see the third base this time. And on Glittering Ashes, that is probably going to be on the eastward side, but we shall see. It could be a cheeky third on the west. Just how the creep spread goes, you want to get this eastward base. The one on the west, not so good, especially after the balance patch with the change in the meta and the Zerg no longer having the ability to transfuse off creep. So, Queen Walk's a thing of the past. It is going to be another Stargate opener. Stalker, going to be late to the draw to deny scouting the Stargate. That Overlord is, yeah, it's going to get a full scout of it before it goes down. So, Old Man Slum is going to have another Overlord. He's bringing him at the same supply. He's going to have to build another. He's supply blocked. Let's see what we have this game. All right, Adept, going. I'd like to see it go across the map, but it is not.
Says Upper Tree Zelda is my favorite StarCraft streaming meme. Good
True.
luck in the tournament, Sal. SCP 4999 Keta says David
boy.
ignores me Bible thump.
Oh, Poriforion, I'm sorry. I didn't mean not to mention you. I'm tired. I was trying to get everybody. Good to see you guys. Hey, welcome Chat Nitro. Thank you for the raid. We have the Legion Cup finals going on right now. Third hatch down. Very much appreciated. Guys, make sure you give Chat Nitro a follow. As well as Alexander Enke, too, earlier. Thank you so much for the raid. Poriforian, apologies for that. But, you know, we got a tournament going on, guys. Mr. Chetikis. Alright, we do have double gas coming down from our Protoss player. He's going to go with a single Void Ray after the Oracle. I don't know what this Oracle's even doing, to be honest with you, because he's not really finding kills. He did get a few. Void Ray going to go try to secure the third for our Protoss player. And there is a robotics facility behind this. Void Ray should probably go ahead of the probe. I don't know why he's got the Stalker just chilling here still in this case. Like, there's nothing to really defend. He could have sent the Adept out before with the Oracle, truthfully, but it's neither here nor there. It didn't happen. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, it'd be Christmas all year round, chat. Alrighty. We got a +1 arrow weapons on the way. A robotics bay going down. Alright, we're going to go into... presumably right into Disruptor, but we might actually see a Colossi. Because Old Man Slum does like his Lings. Depending on what's going on here, it is going to be a Roach Warren. He's going to keep... He's going to punch out the Roaches, probably. Okay, yeah, it's going to be probably Ravager. Lingbane. Lingbane Ravager. But he's got +1 melee on the way. Changing it up on the Zerg side for the build. We just a defensive Void Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. Having a little bit of an issue here. But we will get this taken care of right quick. Alright, behind this, it's double Void Ray production, +1 ranged attacks, and Glial Reconstitution on our Zerg side. So, double Stargate Voids with Disruptors. It's still a thing, folks. Patch or not, we got Void Ray Disruptor. This one should be a little bit spicy, especially with that +1 melee opener for our Zerg player. And these are just slow zealots, of course. We do not have a forge going down at this point in time because this is an expensive build. But that +1 air weapon should definitely help with the voids. We're going to have to see some kind of transition for our Zerg player. Yeah, it's a 2-minute delay. I got 2 of you did 2 messages at the same time. Alright, behind this, guys, we do have a 4th hatch finishing up here, and yeah. Roach is scouted with an observer. I actually like this observer. He's got eyes on the army, at least a good component of the army, and we're going to see Void Rays moving out. He's got 4 gates now coming down with the Twilight and the Forge. So he can actually start getting some gateway units, and the Overseer is going to go down. There's a full scout of this from the Overseer. That being said, more gas is being taken from our Zerg player. Apologies, folks. Yeah, let's take a look. This is some beautiful creep spread from Old Man Slum, realistically. He's taking the eastward expansion, but he's spreading down. It's not too bad. 735, he's got a good amount of creeper across the map. Not like a ton of tumors per se, but still doing pretty good. He's got good eyes everywhere. Okay, Ling's trying to get some vision, but they are going to go down. He does kind of have an idea that there's a 4th base being taken there. But there's the roaches. Oh, trying to find some collateral damage, but not going to. It's going to be Mutas. Funnily enough, Old Man Slum going to Mutas with +1 flyer attacks. Mutas in great numbers can be quite good, but for a little bit here, these Void Rays have +1, so I think as long as Old Man Slum catches them off his guard and he doesn't throw his Void Rays to Queens, oh yeah, he recalls, but he's gonna lose a Void almost. Oh, narrowly saves that last Void Ray as the recall happens. Kind of a misread on the situation. He's gonna go into Phoenixes. Don't hate that, obviously, but you have to. Again, the air upgrade advantage for a bit is quite beneficial to Mutas, but they're going to go in and find some damage. Why isn't he pulling the Voids too? It's not like they're defenseless against this. They certainly can help. Yeah, look at this. The +1, see that? They just chew right through those Mutas when they're not even engaging the Voids before the upgrade advantage. With the Phoenixes going in, these Mutas are going to be cleaned up. But 13 workers do go down for our Protoss player. Meanwhile, Roach is pushing in to the 4th base. Does our Protoss player come in and clean this up with the Disruptors? He's going to yeet his Disruptors into the Roaches. 5-head strategies, chat. That was totally intentional. He's just setting the meta of the Scouting Disruptor. Nothing we can do better here. Great game. Muta's interesting selection from our Zerg player when you're going up against scouted Stargate play. Probably not the best call usually, but 13 workers did go down because we had a little bit of a, I think, nervousness from Psystorm, which is more than likely what had to be the case. Just in his reactions, we can all tell he seemed like, well, you know, we got Mutas, I got Voids. It was more that he was pushing into Queens with his Void Rays, and Mutas popped out. That I think that kind of might have thrown him off and not being able to read that. Okay, the Disruptor's gonna be just soaking up damage for whatever ground units behind it, the Stalkers. But this is actually a pretty scary push from Psystorm. Psystorm is gonna have the upper hand here. He has some Phoenixes, he's got enough Void Rays, he's got Archons, and the response was Mutas, but there's going to be Adrenal Glands, Lings, and Banes with centrifugal hooks, but centrifugal hooks is a ways off. However, these Zealots in the front could get some serious damage, and Lings are actually, what? Our Protoss player let the door open. As I say this, on the other side of the map, our Zerg player is getting the work done. Old Man Slum significantly up on economy. While all this fight's going on, there is a Zealot run by going into one of the heavier mining bases, which is kind of nice, but there's going to be roaches made again. That's where stuff gets scarier. The queens are out. The roaches make this tough. Yeah, there's... Oh my gosh. This is potentially just a clean sweep right here, folks. 25 workers going down. There's a drone lead. A lot of the production getting messed with from our Zerg player to the Protoss player. Pressure on both sides, but so far it is certainly looking like a lead for our Zerg player. Well, we do see a little bit of a cleanup here. A nice hold from Psystorm after all of it. However, Old Man Slum already at 77 workers going into flyer attacks +2. Missile attack... Ground missile attacks +2 as well. And, yeah, this is nuts. Sorry. Excuse me. Long day. Long weekend. Anyway, we are going to get a big cleanup in the 4th base of our Protoss player. This is GG. And that's it. Rest in pepperonis. It looks like we have a clean sweep from Old Man Slum. And, yeah, welcome, everybody. Thanks again to Chat Nitro. Shout out Chat Nitro as well. And now we'll be moving on to Uppetry Zelda versus Mr. L. L underscore. Alright, every Old Man Slum is definitely scary. I agree. You guys potentially could be fighting him here. Good luck, Mr. L, and my pal Sal. Uppetry Zelda going in as well. Coming right up. Guys, this is the most scuff casting I've had in a bit. Pretty soon I'll be talking like Marlon Brando, you know what I'm saying? Forget about it. So this is going to be a spicy one. Uppetry Zelda actually is certainly pretty good against Protoss. For those of you that don't watch him, Terran Streamer Man gives us all the lowdown on all the tech and gear and the streaming business. But yeah, truthfully, he is quite good against Protoss, even though he might be mauling sometimes on stream. It doesn't seem to be. Mr. L, on the other hand, is great on the other side, too. Mr. L changed races, so he's quite knowledgeable of said matchup on the other side of it. So, give me just a moment. I'm going to get some coffee. Oh. I'll be right back. Whoops. Nothing we could have done better there, chat. Little Slipperino. Good luck, Mr. L. So this is going to be a good one. For sure. I'm going to try my best to refrain from making Sal jokes because we all love Sal. Also a huge fan myself. He just has a one-of-a-kind Twitch experience. That's all I'm going to say. But honestly, it's good to see him here in the Last Chance Finals. The day one. Also, a member of Psystorm Gaming. Very, very cool stuff. We're just waiting on these guys to do their vetoes, and we'll be there. But good to see everybody. Thanks for the huge turnout and all the showing for this for these guys. And yes, Matcherino codes. We gotta. I'm gonna do that again. Let's see if Magnath got it right while I had a free second. It looked like he did get it. See if I actually got. Whoa, 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 whoa! What's going on, Twitch? I had to check on something else. Unluckily. And after this, guys, we do have yet another tournament. We have the Legion Cup. Or sorry, after Legion Cup Finals, we have the Chicken Man Test to open. If anybody wants to sign up, please feel free to do so. You can ask for the link. We can get that to you after. All right. Oh, that's what happened. I wanted to check on... Okay, we got codes for that too. So guys, please click that claim code button. It supports the tournament, supports the players. You know how it goes. Smash that claim code button. Yeah. We got ourselves game number 1 in this series. Should be exciting. We got a TVP, PVT, depending on how you look at it, but anyway. We're gonna get it rolling. Alright, spawning in the upper right-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres. Representing... well, himself at the moment. Can't remember Mr. L's team. It is Mr. L. Sporting the red, playing the Protoss pieces. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Psystorm Gaming. Give it up for Up a Tree Zelda. Alright, guys. This is going to be an interesting one. We do have the Reaper Wall coming from Mr. L. And both players, again... pretty cracked at the matchup at their level. Up a Tree certainly a good TVP player, and at the same time, Mr. L also reaching high marks on his Terran. He's now a Protoss player in Legion Cup. He's gotten quite good as well. He knows the matchup pretty well, so he's quite a good Protoss player. So this should be a good one. It's certainly going to be a challenge for my pal Sal. And on the other side, it is a little bit of the same. Sal is going to scout the Reaper wall. And, yeah, let's see. Mr. L going in. Just going to scout that. There's nothing too crazy going on over here. Pretty standard opener. It's going to be a Reaper fast expand. It would appear. No, he's going for a Marine. Huh. Huh. Poriforion. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. Go ahead. Enjoy your lunch with your friend, Poriforion. Alright, that being said, there is going to be an eBay Blockerino down in the nat of our Protoss player. Chasing it with 3 probes. Sal isn't going to be able to keep that at a high DPS, so it's not going to be able to... It's going to have to be canceled pretty quickly. Probe's doing enough damage to Sal. Pay attention. He is going to get... Oh, it gets a kill! Unluckily for Sal, that was a kill on the eBay. He does get the block off, but that was 125 mineral cost. There's going to be a Reaper follow-up to this because the Zealot was forced out. Not a bad call. Reaper's going to take some time, adapt this chronoed, but it's going to pop any minute. As silly as it sounds, that one probe is going to buy just a couple seconds, allowing more time for the adept to be out. And with the Reaper wall, that means, well, there's really only... there's 2 ways it can go. And it can go from the front, it can go in the back. Zealot in the Reaper wall is a big brain idea from Mr. L. Don't really like the shade out just yet, because it is entirely possible for a Reaper follow-up. Yep, he's going to try to go up the cliff, but the Zealot is going to deny. Well, is it? Funnily enough, the Reaper does make his way there. Adept has time to catch it. Is going to intercept from the other side, and we are going to see 1 probe potentially going down right about... Wait, a little bit of misstep in the shade. Stalker going to come out, though. Greeting the Reaper with a single volley, another volley. Reaper barely lives. Behind us, our Terran player, up a tree, going for a 1-1-1 build. All right, he's bringing out those special tactics, quite literally. We have Marines and a Hellion. Okay, he's going for a Widow Mine drop follow-up after. Trying to probably take the Hellion and pressure out with and get some scouting. But on the other side of it, it depends on when the third's getting taken here. Probably going to see it come after a little while. There's a little bit of pressure. Robotics facility going in the natural for our Protoss player. And, well, that Reaper's still on the map. So there's a Reaper to be annoying. There's a Hellion to be annoying. There's, yeah, no Warp Gate yet. Actually, funnily enough, it's because there was a Stalker still in production. Hellion actually may get some kills. A little more value than it should. 2 workers going down. The Reaper definitely getting some work done. Oh, actually, nice micro from Protoss, but at the same time, the Stalker coming in a little later. Body blocking from the Zealot does help, but 3 workers in total. Could have been a lot worse, but certainly not. Same. Yeah, Zest is actually signed up for the Chicken Mantesta Open today. Neeb is playing as well, chat. So not just Zest, we have Neeb following up this. Got a spicy day of StarCraft on the Dave stream. Right now with Up a Tree and our Protoss player. Okay. Up a Tree Zelda going for a Marine Tank Raven push. Very cool stuff. Love to see it. Going in for his 3 racks follow-up. But Mr. L has not been able to secure a 3rd base. Yeah, he's just going in for 4-gate blink. So, actually it's 3-gate blink. But basically the same thing, just with an expansion. A little delayed, not all in. Or a heavy commitment, we should say. So he's quite delayed on his 3rd, but consequently he's going to have more production. I don't really hate it, to be honest with you, Chad. I don't know about you guys. Sibajan, thank you for posting the link. There's been a lot of good StarCraft on this channel for a bit. We got some spicy ones. Observer going to scout this out. Raven's going to see the Observer, so he's not even going to have to use his scan. Sal is in a great spot. Mr. Up a Tree. And I like the tank placement and everything about this, because this is Blink Stalkers. This other tank, yeah, pretty decent position. Stem is a long shot off. Combat shield is just getting started with the +1 at stem combat, +1 timing. Pretty tight, honestly. Sal's got this build on lock. Has to be careful, though, because, again, no combat shields, no stem at the moment. It's going to mean these Stalkers can do some work. Siege tank going to help out. Mr. L smartly doing this as he should. Sal doesn't want to get too picked apart here because he's going to need to defend the high ground too. First observer went down, but there could be all sorts of stuff to be annoying, a hallucinated phoenix, etc., to help him jump on the high ground. But kind of a ballsy move if our Protoss player did do that. And so just a little late, delayed third base from Sal. Behind us, we do have extended thermal lance and 3 gates coming with Colossi in production yet. Yeah, we have 1 Colossi out. Second one on the way for our Protoss player. Combat shields, it's in addition to stim, combat shields almost done. So this is going to be the timing. This is going to be a 4 tank push. Medivacs followed up behind us. Yeah, there it is. Stim and combat shields finished up. These stalkers have to retreat. Our Protoss player, Mr. L, behind this, does have charge, does have extended thermal lance, potentially by the time this hits. But he needs to regroup. He has no upgrades. So one thing going against him, Sal is going to have that +1 against no upgrades, which is pretty nice, but there is a battery. Extended thermal lance finished up too. Okay, that's actually kind of nice for Mr. L. Beautiful interference matrix from Uppetry Zelda. Zealots are actually body blocked by the stalkers, which is not what you want to see for our Protoss player. Unless you're Uppetry Zelda. Oh man. 1 Colossi getting down. Can Mr. L hold? He actually does a pretty decent hold behind this. There's so many workers going down. Uppetry's just pulling off the mineral line. Reinforcing with more SCVs, but now we got a disruptor follow-up. I love this. I do love this. Siege tank is going to take out the battery for our Protoss player. Uppetry Zelda getting in a beautiful siege tank position, nestled between the rocks, getting another in there. He has to make the moves in the front to gain some traction in this fight, but he has to be careful as well because there's a disruptor in with this army and doesn't land. It cleans up a siege tank with those zealots and catches a marauder in the process. Okay, we do have a stalker warping, another Colossi on the way because one did fall earlier on in the fight. That disruptor, it did actually help this engagement. We got a bunker attempted to be going down here. Extended thermal lance is going to mean that goes down quick. Sal is very committed. He's only on 3 racks. He didn't drop a 3rd CC behind this. Funnily enough, usually you see that extra double racks going down with it, but the boys pull. Interesting timing on his build. Okay, he's getting Liberators now. I do like this. Oh, disruptors are going to be a bit of a nuisance. Siege tank still in this. The Liberators helping in the fight. Battery still alive to the back. But oh no. Uppetry Zelda extending into the 3rd base a little too far. Mr. L is holding. He's still been macroing behind his building workers. Uppetry Zelda should probably, yeah, he's going to have to disengage. He's going to go try to move out of position to another area. Going back, still hasn't tried to take a 3rd. Would rather have seen him take it on the high ground if he is. Looks like he's going to go back. He's going to go for a pickup and drop into the main. Protoss out of position, does have a recall available, but are they just going to get into a scrappy base race? There's not much back home to help Uppetry Zelda defend. He needs to keep his tanks on the high ground. He's not going to do so. He's going to pull this all here, but meanwhile, he's getting so much damage done to Mr. L momentarily. He could potentially stop all production. Virtually all production except for in the NAT for the moment, but a recall is forced. This game isn't over just yet, folks. Would have been nice to see that +1 denied, but Uppetry getting some pretty good trades as well. So far, this is traded in favor of our Protoss player, but Sal getting some good pressure on. He needed to get a 3rd base behind this, and again, realistically, would like to have seen it and would like to see it be built on the high ground. At this point, he might have to just go right on location. Definitely a scrappy game, but pretty good stuff. Okay. He is going to lose a couple bio units in the process of this. Some did not escape. He's going to constantly be annoying with drops, but Sal's slipping up on his macro a little bit this game, to be honest with you. Mr. L, you know, obviously both these guys, all of us, we're all human. We have mistakes. Yeah, I don't know. There's actually a lot of tech from Protoss. I'm now a little afraid for Up-A-Tree even more. He's got Dark Templar. He's got Storm coming. There's going to be like every form of Protoss. This is the 5 shades of Protoss we'd see out of Fear Dragon's team for IEM Ketovates. Jesus, I'm tired. From the Caster's Civil War. That's basically what Up-A-Tree's up against, and he's kind of looking down a barrel of Protoss. But he is going to go try to make a push with this drop in the main. The army out of position at the third, but it is scouted from Mr. L. Up-A-Tree is going to try to get out of here. Stalkers do catch it. Luckily for Sale, and basically an empty medevac. Liberator doing work in the natural. 11 workers going down. Up-A-Tree actually getting closer on the worker count. I'm now agreeing more and more with this push. Up-A-Tree's taking fantastic trades. Jumping back in again. He needs to target the Forge. Use the Forge, Sale. Use the Forge. There you go. He kills it. Destroying the Forge. Robotics Bay going down. There's still a lot of Protoss alive, but Sal is entrenching his opponent in the third base. Has to be careful, these two disruptors with all these zealots, because oh, look at this. Oh no, he does whiff one, but Up-A-Tree constantly putting pressure on. Does still have his drops available. Can he get into the natural? That's the next play. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Mr. L fighting on this side. Up-A-Tree losing a lot of his army, but he's still entrenched. Is producing units behind us back home. He needs to try to drop down. If he kills this Dark Shrine in the Templar Archives, that could be huge. Either or would be a huge pick-off. Oh man, Mr. L not able to mine gas here. Main base completely unable to mine, essentially. He's got like 2 probes just chilling here. This is crazy. Actually crazy. Welcome Marco, YOLO, and Slipchip, Murda, etc. And Mr. Chet. Oh man, Disruptor does get picked off, or does pick off an SCB, forcing a cancel on the bunker at that third base location. We got a lot of pressure going down here. But man, oh man, this is a tight spot for Sale. Storms on the tanks, Disruptor's going. Sale's done all of God's work in these pushes, but again, he didn't really get to a higher macro position behind this, so he's been on the same production, just 3 racks. Now that he's a third, like, it's tough to do. He was playing very aggressively, which is nice. Dark Templar is going to be a bit of a problem for Sal. He has no missile turrets. He's Mule hammering behind this because he's been having to. He didn't even take a third. He just lifted and went down to third base location. 500 IQ play from Up-A-Tree Zelda. But this dang Templar could be some problem. Medevac. Oh my god. Is he going to be able to do anything with this? I doubt it. Wait, there was another one stacked? That's hilarious. I thought it was just one remaining. It was not cleaned up. Cell did get a scout on Invisible Men, so okay, he is going to react to it. I'm like, he's not reacting. He's not reacting down here. We see no missile turrets near production either. But Sal has to be careful. 4th base going down for Protoss. Yeah, this is looking a little rougher, but he still did get some pretty good damage. DT is going to go down, but 2 workers fall with it. Up-A-Tree now knows, oh crap, that's right, Invisible Men. Yeah, this is not looking the greatest, but still some scrappy, great play. Oh, it forces a cancel on the Nexus. One of the medevacs going down in this fight. Not going great for Sal at the moment. Boys Pull is going to come in to try to help save the tanks. There's disruptors out, so Sal has to be careful. Oh, not beautiful splits, actually. Is not going to save this bio. GG. Mr. L takes game number 1 with a bit of a banger. That was definitely a scrappy game. Great stuff. A nice game number 1 to start up the series. For sure. Oof. See, game number 2 coming up here momentarily. Excuse me. Very good stuff. And we will be going on shortly. We're just taking a minute. Wait, where are they? Hello? Okay, guys. All right, guys. I think they started game number 2 without me. Imagine. Well, that's funny. Well, chat. Come on, guys. Oh. It's EU. Never mind. We got a game. I'm sitting here waiting. I'm like, where are they? It's on EU on the next server. Okay, they did start.
Space Music Man says stop being amazing, Dave Tester.
Thanks, Space. Thanks for the fellow Stellafy too. Thank you so much, and good to see you, Space. Oh gosh, my brother's in doing stuff. That's funny. Yeah, it's. All right, here we go. And moving on to game number 2, spawning in the upper right corner of Hardwire. Give it up for Easy Tools, Mr. L. And his opponent from the same Sal meme team. It is Uppetry Zelda. Also there. Send you on Twitch? Yeah, no, I just was scared for a minute because I'm you know, doing cast and stuff. A little taken back. Monka W, Chet Nitro, true. Alright, we got a little Chrono Boosterino here. Gateway going down at the Reaper Cliff again. We got a nice little Reaper wall. Hardwire's a little easier to do it. Hey, welcome, Bitfury. And thank you for the follow, Victor. Victory? Interesting spelling, but I'm just going to call you Vic. Alright, Sal, going for a standard opener. Nothing too crazy here to speak of as of yet. And Mr. L with the Gateway Scout. Alright, yeah, nothing too exciting at the moment from our Protoss or Terran player. Just a standard game. This game is again going to be a Marine opener. Sal's been doing that lately. It's funny, earlier I mentioned, I'm like, oh yeah, he's going to go for a Reaper expand. Sal doesn't usually, he hasn't been doing that lately for a lot of his builds. For the fast Reaper. Probe is going to be annoying, but the Marine's going to be out to totally scare it away. Okay. Yeah, so there's no delay on either guy's expansion, both with their natural right on the money for a core expand from our Protoss, and, well, the orbital expand for Uppetry Zelda. Alright, Adept is on the way, but Reaper is going to pop momentarily. Just a robo, one of the cleaning bots potentially dying. No cleaning bots. I have no idea what just blew up, but that was pretty funny. Okay, somebody's just canceling their building continuously. Alright, Mr. L, a little indecisive on his wall. We are going to see a Adept Stalker opener from our Protoss player. Uppetry Zelda going to go try to make a move up to the main. And yeah, okay, Reaper's going to try to come in. Is going to be blocked. Try to be annoying. Oh, look at that micro. 5-head play. He jumps over the wall. Mr. L laughing. That was some shit. Sal does this just to lose the Reaper. That is pretty funny, but what a cool little move. Sal bombing himself up past the gateway. That was a little spicy, to say the least, but still too funny just to meet his maker right at the end of it. Oh my god. Hey, Beowulf, great job. I'm sorry I didn't get to catch the very end. Beotosis. Looking forward to seeing everything all over, because I've had a long night. But great job casting through the entire event. Good to see you, Beowulf. Alright, here we go. Hellion is going to go push in to, well, into the net. Guys, we have Mr. Casterman who was just casting with Artosis just a bit ago. Sure, everybody here knows that. This is a StarCraft channel. Very proud to see you and Some Drunk Canadian and Steadfast and everybody involved do some great work. Not to interrupt, but I'm very happy to see you, my friend. Adept gonna shade in, and a be denied any vision. This is gonna be a Widowmine drop. Not a Stargate opener from our Protoss player, leaving him a little vulnerable, but Blink Stalker, not a horrible situation to be in. He's not really... Yeah, he's got 3-gate Twilight's Blink Stalker. He's got his Observer coming. Sal going for, again, a Raven tank push. The pesky Roombas. All right, this is going to be interesting because, truthfully, our Protoss player is totally set up, but as you guys may know, well, Blink coming? Is it scouted? Oh no, our Protoss player is pushing out at the wrong time. He does aggressively blink forward, but guess what? Those Widow Mines are down. Nice kind of pull. Actually, there's only 2 probes and one of the Stalkers going down. Truthfully, that was pretty ideal for Mr. L. Uppetry Zelda is just pumping out those bio units, has stem and +1, Infantry weapons on the way. We don't see combat shields just yet because, well, he just doesn't have the money for it. Hopefully he doesn't forget them, which can be a thing as well, of course. But we're going to see a pretty aggressive push from our Protoss player. Mr. L's coming in with his decent group of 7 Stalkers. He does have the Observer, but it is going to go down to the auto turret. Is the Raven going to go down? The answer is yes. That Raven is cleaned up. Oh my goodness. Right behind us, the third base finally going down for a Protoss player. Kind of same thing. The build sets up for a later third. But let's see if Uppetry is actually going to go take a third of his own. He is. There's the third CC. Poppy, be proud, I bet. Special would be a big fan of this at the moment. Uppetry's coach. The one, the only Juanito. Okay. This game is going to be a little more bio-heavy than last. He is waiting for the stem. Once the stem pops and the +1, he can just bust through this. Combat shields isn't forgotten. Luckily for Uppetry, Zelda, Colossi are on the way with extended thermal lance behind this. As we see here, it looks like we're going to have a little bit similar to the previous game. But this one, Uppetry, yeah, but even without the damage, I'm glad he's got a third CC going. He was very aggressive the first game and a little too committed for a 3cc build. Usually you go and you find pressure, you drop a couple more racks, and that nice 5 racks on 2 bases, all in kind of play. So it was a little whimsical, it felt, in game number 1, but still a very fun one. Okay, Stalker's doing some trading. Exactly what you want to see as a Protoss player. I love the scouter pylons from Mr. L. Looking for those drops. He knows Uppetry Zelda is really good at this multi-prong kind of drop and get some pick-offs on tech and workers kind of play style at this league. That would have been good for Mr. L if he had missed like 10 more workers in a minute. True. Funny start to the game, though. All those cancels. Mr. L was not happy where he was placing his Twilight Council when he first started, delaying himself. As we all know, we are our own worst enemy in this game. It's not usually our opponents, it is us. In StarCraft 2. Okay, Sal going in for a push into the third base. Not going to find it. We are going to see some nice siege tanks. Hey, welcome, Judgment. And yeah, this drop is going to be fully scouted by double pylon protection. However, this is a... Speaking of Artosis, we got some pretty Artosis pylon setups over here. SimCity is not strong with this one today. Actually, it is nice at first, but like a lot of this could be depowered. But that being said, it's going to be just shut right down. Fourth base going to be taken right near that little drop. If Uppetry scouts this, that could be good. But this force field is beautiful from Mr. L. And not a bad little setup. Okay, Uppetry is going to force a cancel from Mr. L. Beautiful reaction from our Protoss player. Meanwhile, Uppetry Zelda going again with 2 more medevacs to reinforce and hopefully get some good aggression. Hopefully he doesn't just blindly take the drop right here where there's a group of stalkers waiting for the medevacs. Fourth base going down on location for our Terran player. Yeah, this is good stuff. Siege tank is going to get cleaned up, and, well, we're going to see Sal just stem the hell out of there. He's going in for that drop. Oh my gosh, he's going to lose a medevac in the process, force a recall, killing some stalkers or not, and some of the units. This army is going to get cleaned right up. He needs to get the hell out of there. There's not a lot of stalkers, so he is going to save these 3 medevacs remaining. Uppetry Zelda now able to pressure this base. There's 1 sentry and a shield battery. He needs to go get some damage. The Manor force field. Guess what? Charge lot's coming back in. And a drop in the main with a siege tank. Gonna get some damage. Alright, Mr. L has to make decisions. Smartly just warping in some gateway units, taking the meat of the army to fight this. Tank actually put in some work. Almost killing a Colossi. But Beautiful reaction from Mr. L, microwaving back, going down to the net, trying to go fight this off. He's like, well, if I'm going to lose this, I might as well use it for defense in the natural. Third base going down for Mr. L. Aperture Zelda up 2 bases. This is just too good for our Terran player. He is putting in the work. Mr. L down literally 45 supply and counting in terms of army from up a tree. We do have Psionic Storm and Disruptors coming, but look at this. 38 workers mining off 1 base, retaking his 3rd base. This is not a spot you want to be in as a Protoss player against the Terran. Sal just has the numbers. Ghosts are coming. This is where it's getting to be, well, pretty one-sided. I hate to say it, folks. This is looking like Upper Tree Zelda just takes it. But very well played. These guys are probably going to take a bit to see it, but after an engagement, our Protoss players should know what's going on. I think Up a Tree has a good idea. He's going to push out. He just needs to seal the deal and win the game. Psionic Storm is going to finish right now. There's a little bit of a run by the Zealot. Don't overreact to Up a Tree. He's not going to. Planetary Fortress is done. Cell's not reading through the BS. He's just going to go push. There's no reason to worry too much about a little Zealot run by here and there. Oh, Disruptor gets some beautiful connects. With that said, killing the Ghost too. At a sudden change in fate. There's a good amount of Vikings, but the Disruptor play of Mr. L could be a huge problem. Oh, but the Widow Mine does almost get some fantastic damage. The Stalker's trying to debate some shots. Not going to secure it. All right, this game isn't as decisively over now. That was a little bit of unlucky micro right there for Up a Tree Zelda as he just whiffed the Disruptor shot. And yeah. These pesky rocks getting chiseled down by our infantry squadron on the Terran side. And yeah, this is a scary Protoss force still. 3rd base is able to be resecured, but Sal is maxed. He's got 123 army supply. Pretty sure he can just win this. As long as he doesn't eat the Disruptors and Storms, he's fine. There's a lot of an investment into Vikings, though, and obviously our Protoss player was like, well, you know, we're switching up. That's a clumped up group of Widow Mines, so all of them are going to go down. So that component is not going to be helpful. Did Sal forget to enhance the MP? I think so. Some decent EMPs landed on the other side. Okay, a lot of the Protoss gateway units getting cleaned up. Vikings getting cleaned up. But the Colossi did fall. So this is going to be mass Disruptors now. This is going to be rough for Up a Tree Zelda, but at the same time, if he can bait enough of that, he can start getting out Liberators again. And guess what? That's exactly what he's doing with the Fusion Core. Fusion Core on the way so he can get the advanced ballistics for Liberators. Gonna drop down. He's gonna lose one of the medevacs and some of the units, but this is the kind of play Sal wants to do to get some work done in the base. Gonna be annoying, forcing a recall of most of the army. Wait, I don't know what that little strategy was about, but he's gonna pick up a unit. That was a little daring. He just took some damage on his medevac, but still, beautiful multi-prong from our Terran player. Protoss player going behind this to clean some of this up. All right, Disruptor cleaning up some of the Widow Mines, but 11 workers going down for Mr. L. We're looking at a worker deficit of 30 workers at the 14-minute mark. Protoss with a good-sized army and still getting some upgrades. Up a Tree is going to be getting ship weapons now, advanced ballistics, infantry weapons +3, and infantry armor. There's a huge upgrade advantage for Up a Tree, too, in addition to his army supply being good. 5th CC going down. Protoss has basically got to win the game with this army and buy time and just go into the extra late game. But that's may not be possible. Beautiful splits out of Up a Tree Zelda, though this second Disruptor is going to catch some units. Psionic Storm is going to be a bit of a pain. Advanced Ballistics, Liberators are not done yet, but having some Liberators in at the moment is certainly going to help this push. Oh, this Disruptor gets built and is immediately taken out. Up a Tree Zelda is overstimmed and has no time to really heal. He has to constantly be on his toes. These Widow Mines are going to help bait this out, but it does buy Sal more time to just keep trading out. That was actually quite good. A Dark Shrine coming down for our Protoss in desperation. He's very well mined out. of a lot of the bases. Hasn't even been able to resaturate and fix that. Oh, Sal not with a pickup. Oh, not like this. Army supply dwindling, but this is all Mr. L has. Desperation, Dark Templar, Liberator coming out, does clean up. Oh, no. Nova does land before. These disruptors are getting cleaned up. I think this is Alpatry Zelda's game to take. Yeah, this is Mr. L literally with Desperation, Dark Templar. We could feel the salt flow through him as, well, he's just trying to make some Archons. Alpatry Zelda just needs to gather forces and go. He can just go kill anything and be done with it. Yeah, look at this. He is the army now. Do it. Do it. As Palpatine would be saying. Kill him. Do it. Oh, Liberator just goes down just like that. Nothing. Yeah. This honestly is a pretty good game. Both players doing pretty well, but Sal eating a little bit of a storm disruptor, gonna catch a good chunk of the Marauders, but it doesn't matter. He just needs to push in and kill. Truthfully, there's not that much. You can keep reinforcing, like, the disruptor goes down. GG is called, and Alpatry Zelda takes game number 2. We going back to the Americas. Okay, yep, we're going back to the Americas. Excuse me, folks. Again, little under the weather from overdoing it this weekend. And we got a lot of StarCraft to come yet. Yet to come. That being said, yeah, wow, we have a stacked Chicken Man test open, by the way, in between while we're waiting for the players. After this, we have Keen, we have Gref, Slipchip signed up 20, Miss Cavera signed up, Bob, Mixu, BioIce, Goblin, Hanmano, Zest, Gerald, Battlebee, Aztec, Patty Mac, Cuckoo, Neeb, Christianer, Forjumi, Hupsea, Nicaract, and Rattata. That is quite the lineup. Oh, yeah, dude. Pretty stoked to see my buddy Bale here. Kicking ass and taking names. All right, here we go.
Good. Let the hate blow through a name of you.
There you go, we got the bot back. And if you're new here, please do smash that follow button. Man, oh man. Looking good today. Thanks for lying on me there. I just got up and basically had all of a little bit of time to get ready for this. So far, they both lost their home server. Very true, Mr. Gator. Very, very true. Pretty interestingly enough, like, yeah, Apatry's used to playing on... Maybe he's getting used to the EU server more, too. Pretty good stuff. All right. And the score is even. We're moving on to game number 3, spawning at the bottom right-hand corner of Berlingrad, representing Easy Tool. It's Mr. L. Underscore. And his opponent in the upper left. He's in a WWWWW, but does he get a W or an L? It is Uppetry Zelda from Psystorm Gaming in the teal. L underscore. That's what I love about Mr. L underscore. It's actually his name. All right. How you doing, Sanju? You know, even though I am far from a weeb, I will say this. I think we're going to need a Yaya command on here, too. I did disable the gifts for all the tournaments because I want some YouTube content from all of this today. Great StarCraft I've got to catch, surprisingly. I mean, in the last few days. Hero beating Dark in a Game 5, naturally, just hours before this, practically. Feels like. Hours before I went to bed. Alright, got a little Scouterino. Nothing too crazy going on. Just the Nexus going down. Gate is... the gate. The command center is uncontested as well. We're just having a probe being annoying. Would have rather seen him be harassing the natural, as you usually do. Marine is going to definitely get a block on this. Are we going to see a recall? That'd be a cheeky little situation. In a land where the probe gets recalled. It's not going to happen. That'd be dead. That'd be one dead probe. SCV and a probe and a stare down here. SCV is going to return home. Uppetry does get the one worker kill with the Marine. Stiff supply block for our Protoss player. Gets a little late to the draw on the pylon. He was too worried about keeping that probe alive. So that was a mistake made, unfortunately. Marco YOLO. I always win? Damn. Dave Testa OP, please nerf. Confirmed by Marco YOLO. Alright, Adept is going to find its way to the natural momentarily. Natural Nexus is going to complete as well just right now. Reaper is going to contest any mining. Uppetry Zelda going back to hide the Reaper. Adept may just shade across. And yeah, he's going to juke in from this Reaper cliff. Okay, Mr. L is being smart. He's not sending that Reaper, the Adept out just yet. Waiting for the Stalker to come. He's pretty well defended against Reaper. But the Reaper is going to juke in to the natural and get a kill. That is 100% at least one worker kill. Beautiful shade from our Protoss player. Stalker going to come follow in with the Adept. Ooh, but Reaper does manage to get in. Excellent Reaper control from Uppetry Zelda, who is going for 3 racks this game. As this is going on, the 2 barracks in production going to complete momentarily. Second one for follow-up. Yeah, we got a 3 racks this game for Uppetry Zelda. Again, more of the same from Mr. L. Going for a 3-gate blink opener. Don't hate it. Oh, no. No, he is not. Chad, are you seeing this? He is going right into a Robo. And that could be quite... That is a fast Robo Bay. Funnily enough, he is changing it up, actually. Both players changing it up. This could end up being potentially, funnily enough, a build order counter. Depending on what happens here. Reaper is going to scout this, though. That is unlucky for Mr. L. Because Uppetry is going to know he has to get pressure, of course. but he knows what he's up against. He's already set up for 3 racks, so he can't get drops in immediately. You bet on L underscore? Exactly. The W gang and the L gang can still have fun here. Counting on Mr. Streamer Man up a tree. Let's see. A Gravitic boost coming. We got Colossi drops. We got the let the memes begin, folks. Colossi drops on the way. There's no shield battery in the net. This is actually gonna be an aggro play versus an aggro play. Concussive shells finishing up in just a moment. Stem on its way as well. Okay, we do have a Marine going across the map for a little scouting, and first Colossi going out. Too funny. At a time where it's a 3 racks. Our Protoss player has had no vision on the other side of the map. Stiff supply block from our Protoss player. Very cool stuff. Colossi is going to make its way across, and we do... Ooh, look at that. Accidentally following the rocks for a moment. That was weird. Uppetry Zelda going to scan for a third. Protoss player not going to take it. He's going to debate. He's going, oh, this is before combat shields are done. This is the play. He's going to get some kills on Marines potentially. He has to be careful of the Marauders. There's no medevacs for the Marauders. That makes a huge difference in this fight. He's going to get a few Marauders. Actually, it's 1. And this is before the starport's done. So Uppetry Zelda not going to pressure just yet. And even uses a scan to prevent from the mules. Realistically, though, stem and combat shields finishing makes this a little rough. He is going to catch it before combat shields is done. He's getting some work done on these Marines. The Marauders is what makes it tough. Look at this guy showing off over here. He's not going for workers. He's going to kill some of this bile while he has an attack of opportunity. It's like it's Dungeons and Dragons. I feel like the DM of the game. It's almost as though we're setting the... We're rolling the dice for our players here. I'm messing around, but goddamn, this is a funny one. Certainly an interesting game. Mr. L breaking out the memes. Actually, just a smart play overall. Colossi, good unit. Extended thermal lance finishing is going to be good. So just with 1 more prism and 1 Colossi, yeah, you're playing with fire a little bit. It's going to cause a lot of pressure. Cell going for that 5 racks we were talking about, but he does have a 3rd CC. He can actually start to take it after. This is being damn annoying to Uppetry. Sal has to be mauling right now. Can he do it? Okay, now he's got a Viking out. That was the play. He's just now reacted to it. He was getting his medevacs out. He's going to land his CC. He's got to get his orbital all done. That is kind of nice. 3rd base down for Protoss, who's not fixed his saturation, is going to go over to defend. Possible attack. They're pretty even on army supply, though. Okay, he did recall his War Prism and Colossi. He's going to go push. All right, so yeah, Sal's just going to set up, so he's not going to be defensively right there. Scans the entire army. Sal, with beautiful anticipation, is going to try to set up to defend. Our Protoss player mounting a fight from the west. Do we have charge? No, we don't. Yep, he's going into Blink. But still, there's a lot of Protoss. There's a Disruptor with this, some sentries. Kind of scary stuff for Uppetry Zelda. He's going to lose the tank and a lot of this. We got a boys pull with it, but I don't know, Sal, a little indecisive. But that Nova is on, the clock's a-ticking. Disruptor is going to have cooldown done in just a moment. So that was really what didn't help Sal in that fight. Blink has completed now. That is also going to be a bit of a problem. Guardian Shield is going to help Protoss as well. Disruptor is certainly going to do something in this game. Got to go for the bile. Beautiful split from Sal. He only loses a few units, but 20 workers go down behind us at the same time. Sal does have a 3rd base, 24 and counting. Uppetry Zelda taking a kind of a rough fight. Does trade out a little bit, but you don't want to take that. Those force fields were absolutely perfect. Just totally sectoring off our Terran from their units in the front. But that's so many workers to lose. Not looking too good economically for Uppetry Zelda, as we can see right here. A little on his back foot on that side of it. Upgrades, he's going to have infantry weapons +1 on the way, but our Protoss going for ground weapons +2. and taking a 4th base. All right, Sal is going to try to go in and get some drops, but this is one aggressive Protoss. Mr. L is just continuously pushing and pushing and pushing. Hallucinated Phoenix going in for the wins. In scouting. Nah, actually, Arbitrary Zealot has been reading this very well, though, at least, too. Just a little unlucky with the force fields following up the sentry. Yeah, you're right. That play Gator was certainly what Mr. L needed to do in said case. He was pretty decisive about his play. That Speed Warp Prism Colossus bought him a lot of time. But Sal getting a lot of damage done into the natural. Forcing a recall, gets the robotics facility. That is good stuff. There's another one, but still, that's a pretty good catch. And in the meantime, he's going to push in. There was a recall forced. A lot of the army is out of position. There is one disruptor. Infantry does dodge it. Psionic Storm isn't finished yet. Oh no, Sal's pushing back. Yeah, I think he actually could have taken that fight, a bit of it. No, for a little bit. He could have traded a bit more. I guess I don't hate the caution here. He doesn't want to throw his army away. So at the end of the day, it does work out for him. 4CC going down at the choke between the Nat and the 3rd. Probably rather see him take it over to the east side from how things are going. Uptree Zelda going for another drop and, well, 2 drops simultaneously. Is he going to push it to the 3rd? Scouts the army. He's going to go beeline into the main. There is a scouter probe over here. Okay, Mr. L not reacting. Okay, Uptree Zelda going to slowly go in. Now he's going to afterburner. No, he's going to wait for the afterburner. He's going to save it to GTFO after the fact. Going to try to get some damage. Zealots are going to be warping in. Nothing's going to be done for Mr. L at the moment. He's going to try to catch this. Zealots helping. Medivacs actually leading the fight. Decent amount of Marauders here still. Is going to allow Infantry Zelda to fight some of this. Warp Prism coming back. We're just seeing little bits of damage being done. A lot of Stalkers going down, actually. Sal in a good spot. Photon Cannon and... Well, yeah, 2 Photon Cannons are going to prevent any attack down here. Does scout the Dark Shrine if he is paying attention to it. It's a little paltry force, though. Not in a good spot. Sal needs to get out of there. Again, in this map, and just from how this game's been playing out, don't know if I agree with this 4th base location. Planetary's got a ways to go. Does need that to defend this, but beautiful little drops from Infantry Zelda. I don't know why he's posturing right here. He really needs to get the heck out of there. Siege Tank's actually putting in the work with the Vikings. Taking advantage of that high ground. Getting some serious work done to those Stalkers. This is cool. Oh my god. Well, this nice little Sim City going on with the wall. Not really working out in the end. He didn't have anything to repair it. I mean, there's just a lot of units here. But, you know, missile turret helping out a little. But he's going to lose a sensor tower. Forced to lift off. Probably wants to move that back. Infantry not respecting the Stalkers enough. That is a very dead orbital, potentially. He's just going to save it. Potentially, anyway. Could still go down. No, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. It's fine. Meanwhile, behind this, the tanks. Putting in God's work. These tanks have been extremely valuable. Sell, what is this? Huh? Alright, this little force down here not doing anything as of yet. Would like to see him relocate over here, but there's static everywhere. Our Protoss player in a fantastic position in this game. Uptree Zelda not getting upgrades. He's on 1-1, and that's... So he's going to go for EMP. But, realistically, our Protoss player is just continuously doing upgrades. He's going to have +3 right here. Oh, no, Infantry! The Disruptor! Oh, shitball, not like this. Yeah, the EMPs actually do hit a good chunk of the army, and just a lot of damage dealt to these Protoss units all together. Infantry has to be careful here because of these Purification Novas. Are going to hit the tanks again, potentially. And more importantly, the bio. Okay, a lot of the bios staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. We got John Travolta over here, or Infantry Zelda. I don't know which, folks. All right, we got a 5th base going down for Mr. L. Giggity, giggity goo. Heh. All right. All right. Let's see. This is a little below and me talking because of, well, little congestion acting up, not gonna lie. 69 viewers, nice, by the way. Just want to say nice. Alright. We're looking for an engagement, what's going on now. We do have the enhanced EMP upgrade on the way. Our Protoss player getting out of position. Oh, beautiful! Uppetry Zelda catching the disruptors and is potentially going to be able to get this Colossi. He has to be careful to keep these Vikings alive because there's another one, but that's 5 disruptors behind us. EMP's landing. Uppetry Zelda with no medevacs right here. That's a little unlucky. You can't even really stim it. Everything's overstimmed a bit. Psionic Storm's there. Yeah, this is going to get cleaned up pretty quickly for by our Protoss player, I should say. Meanwhile, he's trying to get a drop down, but battery overcharge is activated and helps hold with the photon cannons and units warped in. Oof. And this is going to go down. Holy smokes. This is crazy. Nice Psionic Storm on the bio, but oh man, Uppetry Zelda's starting to clean up a lot of these disruptors and the High Templar. He's behind an economy. This is looking like it's pushing onward and onward into the game. You know, he's down a little on workers. Mr. L not on a high worker count himself. He does have +3 ground weapons. Uppetry forgetting to get upgrades. This happens a lot. Like, I'm not trying to, not smack talking anybody, but you see, you know, higher rank players do the same thing. I've known, you know, we see Vindicta have this kind of scenario happen too. You're just so invested into your army, you're kind of stuck at your 4 bases. It's kind of hard to get those upgrades behind it while you're trying to deal with the army. But, you know, it's just, there is a line where the +3 is going to be very difficult to deal with even gateway units. Because it's just more versus less. Yeah, oh my gosh, it looks like Mr. L's army supply is just crazy high. And he has the base count. I don't think Uppetry Zelda has this game. Alright, nice little Psionic Storm going down. And, well, base is down, GG is called. Mr. L takes game number 3. Oh wait, nobody's really there. Gotta go to EU. Bear with me. Hey, how you doing, Space Face Raptor? Everybody, sorry, good to see you all. Yeah, that was a lot of damage dealt earlier on that game. That was crazy. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to start mentioning the players, too. We got a little bit of a delay. All right, guys. Let us go. Why aren't you spamming Matrino? Guys, yeah. Hello? Magneth? Hello? Guys, use those Matrino codes. We really need those codes. It helps fund everything. Use both. We got the Legion Cup one for these finals here for our pal sale. And we got the Chicken Man Test Open, number 19. Sadly, no Chicken Man. It's going to be Flip a Flapjack and I. Maybe Renegade Casting. I'm not sure. And whoever I mustered up at the last second to cast this week. Hunzin, how you doing? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. We're on to game number 4. And this could be a match point in this best of 5 series. Leading 2. Give it up for Mr. L underscore. L underscore. Our blue Protoss player. And his opponent in the bottom right. Give it up for Patrice Zelda. The memester himself.
Oh, another computer.
Alright, Green Ultras.
Well, which one's the any key?
Hey, buddy. You found the any key. Welcome, Green Ultralisk. Alright. A little bit of SimCity going on. Reaper wall here for Mr. L yet again. So on top of these Reaper walls. Oh, gosh. Mr. Green coming in with the commands before he's even seeing what's going on here. That's funny. He's like, oh, no, delay. Yeah, it's a tournament. Mr. Greenicus. Sadly, we don't have the gives on because I don't want to cover up the games for the tournaments for these guys, just in case the VOD comes out half of them. Alright, Reaper is... Oh, no. Patrice Zelda indecisive for a moment. Not going for the Reaper, just going to get that Marine yet again. Going down to take the low ground CC. Probe being annoying again. Not really going to harass where he's supposed to, in my opinion. Alright, is Mr. L going to remember his pylon this time? Okay, beautiful, he does. A little late, again, just how he does his build. It's funny, just little things you notice about players. Like, he seemed to have cut workers for a moment, but that delays the heck out of your Adept or Stalker then, but Reaper's going to follow up anyway after Uptree doing the same thing. We're going for a 1-1-1 build on Blackburn. Mr. L takes this. He just wins. It is up to Patrice Zelda to take this game, to still be in it, and give us game number 5, potentially taking the W gang. Holden, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. And if you want to sign up for the Legion Cup, if you want to sign up for the Chicken Man Test Open number 19, there is a link below as well. Thank you, Magneth, for updating these. And guys, use those Matrino codes, please, and thank you. All you got to do is click claim code. All right, Reaper not going to find any damage this time. Adept in the front to greet it. Blackburn's a pretty defensive map against Reapers if you do it right. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Yeah, we are going to see a tech lab going down on the factory. Potentially a little swapperino here in a bit. We're going to see the 3 Marines swap.
Sim says Mr.
Oh, no.
L underscore L underscore L underscore LLL underscore.
True, Mr. L underscore. L underscore L underscore LLL underscore. Big true. Cyclone on the way. This is a little bit of a change up from Uppatry. This is a Stargate opener. He did scout that, so I do like the Cyclone. He's anticipating the Oracle. Would have liked to seen, truthfully, myself, I would have liked to seen him and just go for the Widowmine, because that usually can work out pretty good. But I think Sal just wants something that he can immediately have control over. A little more, not relying on one shot and potentially getting friendly fire on workers. Okay, he's going for Marine tank push. He's getting defensive posture. All right, this is just an Oracle opener into a Twilight. So thus far, we don't see any Phoenix in production from Mr. L. It's just a token Oracle. Gonna kill the Reaper Man. And just use it to get some vision, I guess. But the Viking is going to make short work of the Oracle. The Viking and Cyclone going out from Sale. I do like this kind of aggressive play. He just needs to catch it. I don't know where he's going. Oh, no. They need to be defending this, too, though. I almost liked it, but now they're kind of derping around in spots where the Oracle's not really going to be going. Gets a rev tag. 2 Marines there to greet it. Okay, now Uppatry knows where this is. Trying to debate. He's just going to push across with the Cyclone and the Viking. What? What is Uppatry doing anyway behind this? No stem combat shields yet, of course. It's going for Raven. Going to build the 2 more barracks. Our Protoss player, meanwhile, getting his robotics facility in Blink. Blink is it's nearing 50% completion. I don't know what is going on. I mean, I guess the Viking Cyclone to deny bases. But these Marines are getting chiseled away. Uppatry, you built these 2 units for a reason. He's trying to scout for pushes and stuff, but yeah, there. Now he takes out the Oracle after it got some free Marines. Wait, that's hilarious. There's a probe. What the hell? The probe's just chilling there. The Cyclone does absolutely nothing to it. A little bit of an armistice. Mr. L makes an awful lot of strategic worker cuts. Very true. Yeah. That is a funny point. Mr. L just going for, again, a late third base. He's going for that aggressive Blink play. You could say aggressive or defensive, but in this case, I think it's a little more aggro. Observers out. Uppatry's all camped down at the Nat, so this is a perfect spot to go Blink in, and with the Oracle, too. The Oracle and the Observer, this is all going to be scouted out. Everything's clumped together for like one push. We do have a Colossi and Charge on the way for our Protoss player. Okay, Uppatry Zelda going to scout in the north side. I think, yeah, this probe is going to try to build a pylon, but you know what? Oh, this one is. Uppatry Zelda scouting, but not A-moving. Oracle coming in and doing the work. Again, Uppatry Zelda kind of split, clumped up together in his Nat. Not the play that you really want to see happen. Oracle is going to potentially, yeah, he's going to make it out of there. Ooh, the auto turret being used. That's some energy. Uppatry Zelda not actually completing his structures. He's scanning. He sees there's a little force there. Would like to see him get 2 workers on this pretty quickly behind it. Yeah, oh, Stem's going to finish here. This is where he can engage. He's going to unsiege one of the tanks. Again, at Sal. Okay, there he is. He's going to do it. Hello, sir. Oh, boy. We got a little bit of stimmies. But my god. Raven barely living with 8 HP. Hey, thanks for the follow. Miss Nico. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Alright. That being said, there are some advanced robo units coming. We got Colossi and Disruptors. Funnily enough, that Observer just now goes down. But Uppatry is securing a third base of his own. Protoss not quite there, but is kind of set up from one. Gonna try to get the units together to defend. Alright, we do have no upgrades for Protoss. +1 infantry weapons. Gonna be completing shortly for Uppatry Zelda. He did repair the Raven before he's pushing out. At least that's going for him. He's trying to go for that +1 timing attack. Potentially. Or is he? Question mark. I like the little scouter Marines. He has one in the north and in the center of the map. However, there is going to be a little... that's just a Phoenix. Actually, a little bit of a Phoenix for drop defense. Smart move from Mr. L. As we all know, Sal is pretty good at his... Uppetry is pretty good at his multi-prong attacks. Got that as drop skills. It's a lot of siege tanks. And funnily enough, a guy that opened Stargate doesn't have this going. How's our Sal doing? He's unfortunately down a game. If he loses this, he is eliminated, Miss Nico. We are on a 2-minute delay. However, if he wins, we go on to game number 5. These disruptors, oh my gosh. Mr. L jumping right on top of this. Mr. L underscore. Potentially with a W. No, Sal does have a good supply still. He's got a good number of workers. He still has army back at home. But this is a scary Protoss army. He's got to take good fights. They did lose a lot of siege tanks. That was a very heavy siege tank, a siege tank heavy army. But now he's going to not have as many of those tools available. Another siege tank on the way. 3 Marauder and 3 Marine production. He's on 6 racks. No, he's not. He's on 5 racks. He's just got the double reactor, 3 tech. He's at 3 tech lab. And he's going to drop another factory. Okay. Don't hate. You know, I don't hate that in this case. He is going to attempt to get a drop in. There's only 1 token Phoenix. Hopefully he just goes for it. I think he should be fine to afterburner past the Phoenix and get into the natural. Sal has not been able to find any true damage on the other side of the map. Just some trades with army, which is not ideal. 1 Phoenix isn't going to do it, but oh my god! The photon cannons, the stalkers, the Phoenix. Just about everything that could go wrong for an engagement. It's just a beautiful defense from our Protoss player. However, that being said, it's a lot of units to go down. Truthfully, I think this was worth it. The Marauders putting in overtime on these Stalkers. That's our good trades for Sal. He's going for a 4th planetary in gold. What a game. Actually, like, that was... Funnily enough, all that static took a lot of commitment, and a lot of Stalkers went down right there. So, as much as Sal lost, the trades are actually more in his favor than the Protoss player. That is funny stuff. My goodness. It is definitely more passive. It's just by nature of the map. Blackburn could be a very... Both players were playing pretty defensively. So, yeah. Mr. L taking a 4th base in the front. Kind of a daring move against the Terran too, but realistically, you can use the slow fields as kind of a defensive point. Uppetry Zelda scanning gold, not realizing that, you know, maybe his opponent took the other base. He might be thinking that. Who knows? We'll find out. Uppetry going for 5th CC. Not a bad idea. I do like this with more racks in production. And he's approaching maxing out here in a bit. Does have infantry weapons and armor finishing up. He's got infantry weapons +2, infantry armor +1 on the way. We do have ground weapons for our Protoss player coming. Oof. And yeah, this is gonna be a fight upcoming. Yeah, this is gonna be ground weapons +2 for Protoss. However, ship weapons for Liberators. I do like this. Uppetry Zelda loves his Liberators, and it's time to be shifted into them, honestly. I don't hate it. We do have Psionic Storm finishing with this push, and these High Templar have a ton of energy. Bit of a problem for Uppetry Zelda, as... yeah, there's still a good amount of disruptors with this. That's all the splash damage. Marine is going to scout this out, taking one for the team to get a little vision on what's oncoming from his opponent. All right, this is all getting cleaned up. Rather, the scout is. Yeah, the Liberators have to be respected a little bit. And that's the annoying thing with the playstyle for on the Protoss side. It can't just push in. especially once the upgrades kick in, it's really difficult to deal with. We are starting to get into Ghost now. Fleet Beacon going down though. Oh no, this could be rough for Mr. Uppatry Zelda. Protoss may just trade out. He's gonna land some juicy storms on those SCVs. They are insta dead, but there's plenty more where that came from. It's constantly just. This is actually gonna force the Protoss player up into the sides of the east. Blank forward from our Protoss player is probably not the greatest move. Disruptors just missing everything on the tanks. That went really well for Uppatry. And in a sudden turn of events, he takes actually a really good fight. My God. I take back every other throw I say about Uppatry Zelda. Oh my God, that was actually very well played. A little bit of a whiff from Mr. L. Not really targeting those Purification Novas, unfortunately. Very unlucky. But my God, look at this. This stem. This stutter stepping. Cell's cleaning up the Colossi. Our Protoss army is getting decimated. It's all gateway units now. He's got 3 Colossi production. Wait. 3 Colossi production. After getting a Fleet Bacon. A lot of Sales army traded out too, but he's still got the numbers. He's just got to keep reinforcing and combing across the map. Where is this tied up to? It's just, okay, it's a lot of damn Liberators. Okay, Uppatry Zelda does need to get some pressure in, though. It's a tough cookie to crack. But I honestly wouldn't hate seeing him do a little bit of harass up in the northwest side and looking for some things, even sending a Liberator. He's going to go do just that behind this. He might have to hold this off for a bit. This is a rough fight, but at the end of the day, a lot of this is going to get cleaned up. The Colossi going down is actually huge, so even though if he loses the Vikings a bit, there's so much Colossi in production. The Vikings actually are playing out quite well this game. Liberator going to go in and get some damage in the northwest base of Mr. L from Uppatry Zelda. Man, this is a bit of a scrappy engagement. Ew. All right, we do have infantry weapons +3 coming for in armor for our Terran player, Protoss player, just getting ground weapons +3, so they're pretty even on upgrades in terms of ground. Mr. L is just having to keep holding on here. Uppatry Zelda is clearly just ahead in supply. Can he do it? Battery overcharge is activated, but battery will go down. Truthfully, he's got to make decisions here, though. Yeah, you can just clean it right up. The decisions are he just needs an A move. W gang looking like they're living on full hopium right here for Mr. Uppatry. Mr. L underscore. What a game, guys. What a game. Welcome, Madison. Now this is a funny turn of events. Irony. It's Uppatry Zelda versus Mr. L underscore. Just the hilarity of this is oh God. These are like the best memes Cell could hope for in a game, bro. True. It's like, all right, W gang. All right, L gang. Is he gonna take us to a game 5? Man. This is quite the fight here. These Liberators are just decimating anything that can come in and reinforce from the other sides. Disruptors coming out. This base is down. And with that being said, I think this is over. The supply don't lie, folks. Ground weapons +3 completing or not. There's just... Mr. L has virtually nothing. He's hoping for disruptors in a dream, but he's living on a full-blown copium addiction because this game is looking over. Yeah, there's just nothing he can do. I don't, you know, I understand it's the finals. He wants to hold in, but there's like literally a 0% chance of winning this at this point. I don't see one. I don't see a way out of this. That laser shooting Protoss unit always makes me think of tripods from War of the Worlds. Yeah, the Colossi, yep. A little bit of influence in the artwork for them, for sure, and design. Totally agree, Miss Nico. %, hard agree. Oh, but Isel, okay. Guys, we know what it is. GG is called, and we have a game number 5 on the American servers. Very good stuff. All right, we're gonna go switch servers for our last game, and then I have to get ready for the next tournament. Old Man Slum, you played really well today too, as well as your opponent Psystorm. Wasn't getting too nitpicky. There's just some interesting stuff. Fiat, good to see you. Moving on to game number 5. Just, oh, what the fuck? Am I on? Am I on the wrong server? Nope, I'm on the right server. And congrats on your advancement to the finals tomorrow. Looks like we might be taking a minute. Mr. L makes Fantasies GG's timing look too tasty. True. War of the Worlds, good movie. Yeah, true. Imagine having the time to watch movies. I think I'm gonna make some time this week. I think I've given a little bit. I think Dave needs to take some time for Dave. Oh. We got W Gangs in chat. Let's heckin' go. And we are on to match point. Winner of this is winner of chicken dinner. I have to assemble this. I gotta tell Flapjack too. All right. Here we are, and we are on match point of the finals. Hey, have a good one, Judgment. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Glittering Ashes. Give it up for Mr. L, our red Protoss. And his opponent in the bottom left. Is he going to throw like Derek Jeter? Get it up for Psystorm Gaming's Puppetry Zelda. I have to tease him there. Look, just one joke. I think I've been pretty nice to Sel. Thank you for casting. It helps me understand what's going on during the match. Absolutely. Okay, we do have a gateway going down. So what's going on here is we got another Reaper wall set up for Mr. L. Whoa, somebody donated something. Whoever donated, thank you. Thank you so much, and no TTS too. Preaching? Was that Torchion? Yeah, I've literally been... If you guys look, I may not be a technical full-time streamer. I've been streaming full-time hours, and I work a full-time job. I need to definitely take a little bit of a break here from time to time. So, unfortunately, that means I think I'm going to reprioritize stuff a bit. So casting is going to go back on the, you know, the priority. Gonna make time for my girlfriend, more importantly, Miss Nico. Anyway, it's the beginning of the game. It's gonna be a marine opener again. More of the same kind of stuff. A little bit of a Reaper wall setup for Mr. L. Gonna use the tech as a component of the wall because that's a pretty wide gap for the Reaper wall. Probe gonna be annoying again. Not denying the natural. The same opener as we've seen in previous games. Nothing too crazy. Half off and 2Vs. I don't know if I have them there. Good point. Space face. So we have the finals tomorrow. That being said, Viva get these done. Adept gonna make its way across the map. This time Reaper gonna come. There's a full wall. Gonna be started with a Twilight Council. Tipping his hat in the tech, but that's okay. Is the Adept gonna greet the Reaper? No, Reaper is gonna debate over to the third base at Triangle location. Trying to get in is gonna be blocked from the wall, and the Stalker is gonna find its way out. Gonna be out in defense just before this. Okay, Sal trying to do the bomb trick to get the Reaper out again, but the Stalker should be able to easily intercept this and deflect the Reaper. Adept trying to get some work in. It is a 1-1-1 with a Hellion push. Oh no! Mr. L does not get the Marine. Reaper is just going to stand out, be annoying, but it literally, there's not much it can do. Realistically, we're going to have another Stalker out. Adept getting some vision. Does scout the Hellion, which is very important. Nice debate shade. Okay, does he get the Marine? Does get a Marine. Beautiful for Mr. L. Oof. Adept gets cleaned up from Up a Tree Zelda. We do have a gateway going on. Alright, I like the Sim City. He sees a Hellion, so he's like, you know what? We want to get a little bit of a wall going. Don't know why he didn't wall right here, though. Trying to force the issue. He can, you know, he can clump up with the Stalkers and try to get it. Hellion and Reaper out on the map. I don't know why he's not just kind of holding up here. Alright, yeah, see, he's giving Sal an opportunity to potentially get through, but that Hellion's pretty damaged. Blink is on the way. Another Stalker coming, so it's not going to turn into a warp gate just yet. And we don't have a robotics facility. Just say that he just drops it. Just drops the robotics facility here so he can get his observers out. Anticipating a Widowmine drop. But Up a Tree Zelda going for a Raven opener yet again. This time without a Widowmine drop. I do like the Pylon just to scout out for drops or any kind of harassment from our Terran player. Reaper is going to deny this Pylon from being made. No. Well, he's going to have some damage on it. Mr. L now has enough Stalkers to go push out, and he does have Blink, so he can just jump on this Reaper. It is going to one-shot it. So, Mr. L again going for a delayed third base. It's his play style, but certainly quite late for any League of Protoss. Mr. L on to NA maps, Up a Tree 1-2 EU apps. Yeah, this is an NA map. It's not looking good for Cell. It's weird. They are playing that cross-server thing. Alright, Stalker's moving across the map. Hellion just over there. Bear with me. And, yeah. It would be easier for Psystorm. I don't know, Denny. How you doing, Denny, by the way? Ooh, this Hellion is going to make its way in. That's funny. Zealot's trying to chase it, a probe, accidentally hitting the Nexus instead of the Hellion. Blink Stalker chasing it down. Meanwhile, Blink Stalker there. Hey, Samo Sidekick, thank you for the 13 months on an 8-month streak. Okay. Thank you so much, Samo Sidekick. All right. And sorry, guys, I had to message from Mr. Zest because the Chicken Mantesta Open number 19 is about to start. But we have the finals to finish up first. I'm just letting players know that it is delayed, some of them. And thanks to Christianer and Geralt for helping out with that. If anybody's friends with any of the guys signed up, please let them know. And also, please use those Matcherino codes to help out, support the tournament. This and the upcoming one. Aperture Zelda going for a Marine Marauder drop. Actually, it's a Marine Mine. That's Marine Marauder. Stem and combat shields are done. +1 on the way. Or +1 infantry weapons completed. That is such a valuable pylon to be able to scout that. Because this drop would potentially have gotten a lot done. Stalkers being menacing on the front line. But realistically, there's enough here just to clean them right the hell up. Concussive Shell, I believe, just finished as well. Cybernetic score going down. It's huge for Up-and-Tree Zelda. However, these two Colossi are going to jump on this bio. There's no shield battery. One of the Colossi goes down. Another gonna fall. One Marauder saves. I'd say that was damn worth it for Up-and-Tree Zelda and trades. He killed a Cybernetics core. That's huge. One has to be rebuilt. So that's delaying any Stalker production. He needs to push out, and he is. He can just jump on this. Wouldn't hate to see a little stem and regroup because he can clean up some of these Stalkers. Gonna land his 3rd CC. This is just going down just a bit. Raven is gonna put some work down. Oof, and the Nat. Or in the 3rd, rather. Preventing some mining for a bit for Mr. L. Yeah. That's just a paltry group of Stalkers right here. But the Colossi count going down in that Cybercore again. Just to reiterate, that is not looking good for Mr. L. In terms of numbers, right? Trades are kind of not that far different. It's just what was killed. All right, here we go, folks. Let's see here. We do have a beautiful push out from our Protoss player, actually, because that's not a lot of units. We just have 3 medevacs, and you know, it's definitely a sizable army normally, but that's all the Protoss army. Up-and-Tree Zelda, though, getting a kill on the 4th, denying it. He is pulled apart. I'd love to see him try to do some debating. Actually, there's enough Stalkers there. He doesn't want to be haphazard. Just scan it. Does get a bit of damage. This is some crazy stuff. Hey, thank you, Senjo, on Twitch. Use a code, but maybe you still can. Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Any of you guys using those codes does help the players out, helps the tournament out. There's a lot of hard work that goes in from a lot of people. The admin, the players put a lot of work in this. All around. All right, medevac going down almost. Okay, this drop is still positioned here. There's a photon cannon though. Man, Sale actually had an opportunity to come in. EMP is being researched, the enhanced EMP, but Psionic Storm at the same time. So we have the crazier time of this. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of tanks though. Like, a lot of Sail's army supply is tied up in tanks, which I don't necessarily hate, but after a while, like, charge lots could be more of a problem. Mr. L, not quite maxed either, so that could be the hard counter to it. And yeah, Sail does save his drop here. He's gonna have to go for a parade push, and that he is gonna scout some of this. Okay, I believe the probe did see the scan. He's going in to defend. Little paltry squadron, that little marine drop, because the one marauder in it I think was cleaned up, is gonna go down. Zealot's taking this out, but oh, the big Terran army is pushing to the side. Psionic Storm landing on hitting some Ghost even in the medevacs. That's actually a little rough, but EMP's landing are kind of nice. There are 2 disruptors right here, however. Sail's gonna lose a group of about 4 bio units, 1 marauder, 3 marines. Oh man, this army's a little stem, so those Colossi are putting the work on the marines in the front, leading the charge. The Palter, 1 marine! It's Rambo, folks! Is it me, or are we looking at John Wayne on the right side? The 1 token marine is gonna go down after this. As we see behind this, Uppetry Zelda moving his medevac in to the fight from it. Is gonna get cleaned up potentially. Oh, he's gonna afterburner. Oh my god, Uppetry just cleans that base up. 11 workers going down is absolutely huge. Mr. Al, on the other hand, trying to... I do like this expansion going down behind this. Good stuff. Wow, he's going to double expand. What a mad lad. Kind of setting up to just stay in the game somehow economically. Yeah, this is a wild one for sure. Expanding like a Zerg against the Terran, funnily enough. Sometimes that happens, and sometimes it pays off. This could go either way, though Uppetry has a lead for the moment. These disruptors could change the game a bit, for sure. 1 siege tank going down, another on death's doorstep, another disruptor goes down. This is looking quite good for Uppetry Zelda. He's got to read the situation right, because you know what? He can actually take this fight and clean up yet another base, and potentially just secure his way to victory. The army supply is in his favor. There's no disruptors out at the moment. Some are going to pop. That's actually really good for Uppetry. He's going to clean the battery. Is going to lose some units there. Oh, there's 1 disruptor, as I lied. Beautiful split from Uppetry Zelda. He's going to push in. He's stimming. He's winning. He's cleaning this up. He's going to kill the disruptor. 2 more are going to join the fight, but that's a dead base. Uppetry stands this base. Is going to go, you know what? We're going to leave this siege over here. Unfortunately, that's in range. Oh yeah, he's gonna split this up. Beautiful. Gonna clean up yet another Nexi. This is not looking good for Mr. L, and we're approaching the end, I believe, because this army supply is massively in favor of Uppetry Zelda, who has just command centers going down everywhere behind this. I do love it. Zealot gonna run behind to get a scout read behind the army, but I think Uppetry Zelda just wins this straight up. He's got Liberators. He's got tanks. Tanks are a little clumped up. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. And we got some beautiful splits going on right here. Dear Lord, this is quite the fight. Are we gonna see the last pylon? Sail, I know you're worried about this arm, and you gotta be, but he potentially, oh, he could just lose all these disruptors. He's now surrounded by disruptors. Okay, never mind. He's gonna go kill him. Now he's gonna take this out. And with that, that's all of Protoss's production. Yeah, Dark Shrine going down. There's a 1 DT being warped in. It's a DT in a dream. But this game is pretty certainly over. Sal is completely maxed out, continuously upgrading. Mr. L underscore is getting it. And guess what, guys? We're gonna close out the prediction after. Hey, how you doing, part-time Bazass? Miss Cavera? Yes, there's some delay because of the finals of this. All right, GG, well play is called, and that is it. GG. Uppetry Zelda takes it. So Old Man Slum and Uppetry Zelda. congrats to Mr. Sal. Guys, and so ends the prediction guy. Please do use the Legion Cup codes. Tomorrow we'll be at the finals. Oh my god, everybody voted on Mr. L. There was one vote for Sal. W gang person, you just got it.